Hi everyone, thank you so much for coming back, or welcome if it's your first video. Today I'd like to go through my love and trip passport traveler's notebook because I thought maybe I wanted to explain my setup a little bit, and I thought it'd be nice to show everyone just how I use the passport. So for a bit of context, I did not own a passport until this year, even though I've been a traveler's notebook fan or user since 2018. So the reason, there really wasn't much reason, but I just always used the standard size and didn't think that I had a use for the passport. But that all changed this year, or actually last year. I bought a few passport size inserts just to test out the waters and how I could use traveler's notebook but in a passport size, because I've not really used things in smaller sizes. And I think generally my approach in the past few years is that I really like when the book is small. So when I do language study, for example, a lot of my books are in, I think, like the B6-ish size. Actually, I have no, like whatever size the Leuchtturm book, like the regular, that's definitely not B6, but I think it's a bit bigger than a B6. But I've started noticing that I can't really work in A4 size anymore, as was imposed on you when you were in primary school, at least within Australia, because you use A4 notebooks and stuff. But yeah, so I was leaning towards, in the past few years, making things smaller and more compact or more carryable, so it'll be easier to go outside and bring something. So this year, when I managed to finally find a job in the Netherlands, I was like, oh my gosh, the Love and Trip passport was coming out. I decided to pre-order it, and it'll be my first passport cover. And I wanted my first passport cover to also be special. So I think this red one was really perfect for that. So there are a lot of planes flying overhead, so I'm really sorry in advance for a lot of the background noise if you hear it. But let's get started. So it's quite simple. In the front, I just have the superior labor, year of the snake, and you can tell it's wearing out a little bit because I also have this TSL handmade heart, and it rubs on the on the leather for sure. But if you've seen my other videos, the reason why I put this underneath the hand charm was because it was denting my leather on the cover, which I will plan on fixing, because I think when I posted that video, there was a really lovely commenter saying giving me a solution for how to fix it. So I still have yet to do that, but I haven't forgotten. And I also have a little Dratini charm here, and I also have this money clip from the Miso Paper pop-up in London, which is also done by TSL. I love it. I actually want to use it as a money clip for its intended use, because the EU, or at least within the Netherlands, they've started saying you should withdraw cash because, you know, of some political unrest that might potentially occur in the future. So it's good to be prepared, but I do want to eventually use this. But for now, it's just a bit of nice decoration for the cover. And then I also have this Moomin charm that I also bought in the London Moomin shop in Covent Garden, I think is where it is. It's super cute. I if you couldn't tell, I wanted to keep going with the love theme. Sorry, I keep putting it out of focus. Yeah, so I thought it was cute. And then in the bottom here, I just have the Sakura from the Tokyo release from last year. I think it was last year. This has fallen off once, so I'm a bit scared, but I think I did it correctly and it shouldn't fall off anymore. Yeah, and then just the regular back. But it's patinaing really, wow, I can't speak English, sorry. It's patinaing or aging really nicely. I take it out everywhere. It's traveled to many, okay, not many countries, but it's traveled in a few countries this year. So it's well traveled. Yes, so I'll show the inside. Yes, there's a lot of planes. I've picked a really inconvenient time to record. So, okay, I'm gonna wait. Okay, it's mostly gone. So when I went to the Miso paper pop-up in London, they had the TSL stamps as well. So I was really scared at first to stamp the inside because it's leather, so if you stuff it up, it's stuffed up forever, I guess, at least because it's the inside. This one was part of, if you did the workshops, they had stamps there, and you, if you asked, they're very nice about it, but you can use them for your own journal as well. But this one was in the general stamping area, and I kind of messed up in the bottom right here. You can see it's a bit more skinny, but for the most part it actually turned out really well, so I was really happy about that. And then I also did it in the back, just a little. This one also turned out really good, so I'm really happy about this one. I want to see if there are white stamps, because I think the white on red would look really good, and I don't know if I could do it on this one, but I know in Kurashiki they have custom TNs that you can make, and you can put white stamps on it. So I think white on red would look really nice. Maybe. Big maybe, I'm not sure. So maybe that's something I could do. Some kind of white stamp situation. And then I just have this clear file that I shove my ephemera in. These are just the tops of both of the washi tapes that I bought from TSL. And then I have the craft folder, which I don't really have much. Yeah, it's just receipts and stickers. I keep the Snoopy calendar / event thingy. I don't really use it that much. I'd like to. I should use it more. But yeah, it's cute. Okay, so a trip through my inserts. So I know the recommended amount is 3, but I shove in a 4th one, and it's not stuck to anything, but I just leave it. So the first one, I've kind of added it recently. It's a book brain dump, or general brain dump. I'd say more of a book brain dump, because my pocket notebook, the Leuchtturm one, is my everyday thoughts kind of brain dump, but this one's more of a targeted when I'm reading books. That's the kind of vibe that I'm going for this insert. So you can see I read Catabasis. I know Arv Kwong says it differently depending where she is. Catabasis. So when I was reading it, I was writing down my thoughts on it. I had quite a lot, but this was after I finished reading. I do want to go through it again, and I was thinking of potentially doing a Catabasis review video. I'm not sure though, because I'm still hesitant on whether I want to turn my channel into that kind, and to do that kind of content. I'm thinking about it, but overall, if you want to know, I really enjoyed Catabasis. So that's my 2 cents, or that's my my review, short form review. I really enjoyed it. I don't know if I'd call that a review though, because I didn't review anything. But anyway, yeah. And I also Sometimes I add quotes. Um, so I have one from Silas in one of his affinity. Oh, I don't know. I shouldn't say it out loud, but it's one of his spicy ones. And I really liked the sentence. Sorry. And then I'm also rereading Midnight Sun, the Twilight, but from Edward's version, because I just watched Twilight for 7 days straight because of the Twilight the 24/7 stream, and I was like, okay, I really want to read Midnight Sun again, because I remember the first time I read it, and it drove me insane because I think Edward is a maximum level yearner, but like he's also a creep. Like I definitely want to say, or preface with saying, so many of his behaviors are incredibly problematic, but it's fiction, so I'm allowed to like it. Problematic behavior, but he loves Bella a lot, or so much actually. It's almost incredibly upsetting to read, and it doesn't help that we have that Bella and I share the same names. Yeah. And this is kind of new, this kind of setup. I've been in a book drought for the past few years. I think the last book actually that I finished was also an R.F. Kuang book, Yellow Face. So it really takes a lot for me to complete a book. I think it's because of my brain rot and rotting attention span, honestly. But I think every time you read a book, you're fighting the battle, mostly losing battle, at least for me, against the fight for your attention span. So that's this one. I kind of keep it in here because when I go out to a cafe or something, sometimes I'd read. So when I was writing my thoughts on catabasis, I was in a cafe. And then I have this one, which I've shared before, which is my monthly. And I started in June, and I wanted to give, I guess, an update on how it's been, since it's been about 3 months since I've used it, and I'm still using it. And I think it's been good because I really missed the monthly layout, since that's not something that you have in the weekly memo, the TN weekly memo. You can get the months also on the standard size, but it's dated, and I didn't. I think you can get the undated one, of course, but I wanted to try something small because I think the bigger the size, the more committal it feels, or the more I have to commit to it. Committal. I mean, committal is a word, but can I use it that way? It's more committal. I'm not sure. And it's been going really well. So just to explain a bit, the dots are when I'm on a trip. So here I was in, where was I? I was in Bad Bentheim in Germany. Then here was when I went to the Philippines. So you can see here. And then this orange is for when I took days off, because when I came back, I was sick and I took the rest of the week off from work so that I can recover and also get over the jet lag as well. But even though it seems really simple, I think being able to see a general overview of my month like this helps a lot with future planning or current planning, and I'm always carrying it with me. I don't really like how it looks on Google Calendar, because I also Google Calendar, but that's mostly because my partner and I have a shared one, so that we know what each other, like if we have plans and someone, like maybe we have plans together, you know. It's just mostly for coordination. I'm not using it for actual planning. So it's been good having it analog, and I really appreciate this view. So I also I've gone on a lot of weekend aways and traveled quite a bit in the past 3 months. Yeah, and it's also nice to see recurring things as well, and when things end, so I could also, yeah, just plan in general on a monthly view, because it's nice looking at that. So it's been really good. It's also good for just like general events. So this month there's like an art route happening in Leiden here in the Netherlands on the 27th and the 28th. I'm not sure whether or not I'm going, but I think writing it here so that at least I know if I don't have plans or I'm not doing anything, I could potentially do this. And then also here I also wrote 13th, 14th. Open Monumentendag. Open Monumentendag. Yeah, so I think it's also good in that way to track general events as well that might be happening in your area, in your country, that maybe you'd like to go to, but you're not sure of yet, but you'd like to keep it on your radar. So it's been really helpful for that. And then next month. So I think for now I'm going to keep it because it's been working really well for me. So yeah. And I've also got some cute stickers on it. Yeah. I've also been good about using, like, this is a 2024 sticker, but I use it for 2025 and that's okay. And then this one is my stamp insert. So one thing I think I've said before is I'm kind of disappointed I used the lightweight paper for this, because I mean, for stamps it's probably not the best. It always goes through, which is fine. Like, you definitely need to have a backing of some sort when you're using it, but just the paper feels really flimsy and it shouldn't be used for stamps. But I've already started using it for that, so I'm gonna see it through till the end. But it's been nice. So I've got like cafe analog stickers from Dutch Pen Show. When I went to the Philippines, lots of places in Manila, for example, had lots of stamps. Scribe had a lot of stamps for sure. I think that's mostly where these ones were. And then, what is it? Stamp Caravan stuff. And then also Mistol. I think I did that a few times because they had they renewed their stamp. So it's nice and crisp. So it looks good. So that's that one. And then the last one here is my travel. So I only take it with me if I'm going on a weekend trip or like a staycation, or I'm going overseas. So this documents all of my travels on the day-to-day. So when I was in the Philippines, I really wanted to remember every single detail that happened. So I really just went crazy in the book. And then you can see when I went to Doetinchem here in the Netherlands, it's not as detailed because I just wanted to remember the more like the highlights. So it really just it changes depending on what I want to remember. For the Philippines, I wanted to remember everything, but for weekends away with like my coworkers or something, I did not really need to remember all that much. And it's been going well. So that's sort of the general outline. So this comes in and out. When I do travel, I stick it here in the back. Otherwise, it's usually just these three. But I also want to share what other inserts I have that are not included here as well. Actually, I'll leave this. So I also have, and one of the first inserts I ever bought was the sticker release paper in the passport size. At least for when I wanted to start using passport size. So I put a bunch of stickers in here and it's full. I've been using it and it's been really handy for when you go on journaling trips. You know, when you go to the cafe and stuff and you don't want to bring all of your junk, it's not junk, but all your stuff with you. So it's good to have some stickers on hand. I did buy a regular size one a few weeks back, so I'm gonna end up filling that up at some point. Not anytime soon, but at some point. Yeah, so there's a lot of Cheyenne, Barton, stickers, who I really love. This is the Oz Studio. I think this is the Wayfarers tape. Also, when I go out, and there's like a sticker on the, like, what is it? Like on a cup or something, and you can rip it off. I can just put it in here to preserve the stickiness. So like I've got one for the P9 collection, Miss Store, Phoenix Museum in Rotterdam. This is the red heart from the what is it? The Love and Trip. Yeah. Yeah. So I put a lot of the what do you call them? PT, the pet tapes. I cut them up and then I put them in here as well. These ones were so cute. But I kind of want to give a lot of it away because there's a lot of tape. So I'm definitely not going to use all of it. Yeah. Duncan. This is a really nice tape that I bought from Cafe Analog. I think I bought 2 meters worth. It's so good. I love, it's just like baked goods. I love it. And this is a different one. Don't remember the name, but I also bought it from Cafe Analog and I've used some of it. Yeah, and then a Tower Records sticker, which is fun. So I also, when I know I'm going somewhere that might have ephemera, I do stick this in my TN, but otherwise it generally doesn't come with me. This one's also my YouTube channel tracker / ideas book. So I put everything that I potentially want to make a video about in here. I would put an agenda, some ideas, you know, it's really just what can I do with my YouTube channel. It all goes in here. Yeah, and it's been really going really well. It's the lightweight paper. I mean, it's kind of just a dump of ideas, so it doesn't need to look so nice. I do put a sticker on each one though, so I know which way is up, because I have definitely gone and stamped, for example, like the back, and then it's actually this way around. But the more you know. And then this one is just a completed refill for trips. So I felt, I mean, this is it's a short trip refill, but it feels really good completing an insert. So yeah, that was kind of how I use my passport. I hope this gave some ideas, or maybe it's just nice peeking. I definitely also enjoy looking at setup videos and how people use their traveler's notebook. So I'm always trying also new ways to use my system. But I really love this passport, and I think this has been a great quality of life increase to my documentation, my life documentation, and just, you know, living in general. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, I will see you all in the next one. Bye.